Absolutely right. Heading into game one of this best of three. You know, some might call it a grudge match. Some might not like that word, but there's a lot of motivation here for these players to get a victory. Whether it's, you know, trading wins through the last couple of Dream Leagues, this would be PARIVISION's turn to win, or the fact that Crystallis was on Tundra not long ago. Already up in each other's faces. Shards thrown by Saxa, get a bit of damage onto Satanic. And Ducalis had already stepped up before the creeps had even met to get a few free hits in. Asserting dominance in lanes, which is exactly what's happening top. Whitemon, he's down. 9 class and DM, level 1 first blood. Might lose the slot to Crystallis, though, as he will find the trade.
And eventually you'll get your level 6 on mid lane, probably. But 9 class having a really good time. Only been involved in the 2 kills, but finding a lot of small objectives. Doom,
down at bottom.
Ulti ready. Not gonna throw for the
going to use it frivolously on the Ancient Apparition, and with no one's arrival, Tusk forced a snowball up right under the tier 1 tower, so the final touches of Satanic can bring him down. Wait, classic male gamer issues, having commitment problems, right? But it has been a very steady, deliberate game. It's not as if nothing's happening. There's been attempts, little pokes and prods, and right now BZM is going to give the X boat to 9 class, who has his ulti back up again, but the pounce, it gets blocked up. BZM doesn't allow him to jump to high ground. Forced to eat the Greater Lotus. 9 class low at 100 HP and swipe down. BZM finally getting up on the board. 1-0-0 for the Kunkka. Yes, I'm involved.
Oh, they're not even going for the Worm.
Gate, though.
They want the
BZM
kill.
with 3-3, they go up top. You're right. So this AA Tiny, they get an Observer Ward down near the Tormentor and realize there's nobody there.
Coming for the King.
Lane, they go straight for the Wraith King. X
He just got Radiant.
The Shards. DM does have Radiant. And he's starting to burn the back a bit, and he's quite tanky. No one in with the Ice Blast over the top. Saxa low. Supernova is there to give a bit of protection in this fight, zoning out the rest of PARIVISION. They lose Saxa as DM respawns and comes back in onto the Doom. 3-3 being focused. And Satanic's Terrorblade coming in from the right-hand side splits the fight right down in the middle. So 3-3 gets isolated and slain. Whitemon and BZM run off to the right. And it looks like Crystallis is able to get out towards that mid lane as well.
Oh, that was a really good counter move and unfortunate timing for Tundra. Literally, the second they gank the Wraith King, he gets the Radiance into his inventory. And I think without it, the fight would have looked different. Crystallis, quick reaction on mid there, blinking out. But might not be safe yet.
All right, they toss back the Phoenix. No dive for Whitemon, and they know there's no Supernova. So DM comes back in with a stun and a burn. Phoenix down.
Phoenix down, and the aggression keeps coming from PARIVISION, so it wasn't around the Tormentor the fight develops. Instead, it's around these other objectives going for tower, and they want to slow down the Radiance timing, but not getting it. Now PARIVISION instead going to be the ones who are very happy. Interesting to see the Eul Scepter spam this game coming out. It is really great against Doom. And of course the X-Mark combo is a little bit harder. You can still bait out the Eul, so to say, and then torrent combo under the Eul Scepter instead. But it adds one layer of protection.
Can you still, if Kunkka X-Marks himself, can you still Eul's him to keep him in place?
Yes. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. Yeah, so it's pretty good later on to get Saxa bottom. He was trying to do some split pushing, but he has no business being down here. Got spotted out. It's very good later on for potential TA pushes with X-Mark, right? TA blinks in, and you can X-Mark pull her back. But if you have multiple Eul Scepters, that's a dangerous play to make. Yeah,
it becomes nigh on impossible. Crystal is not feeling particularly safe over by his Ancients.
Ooh, he's been spotted.
Just never-ending scouting from 9 class. Finds the TA, gives the opening for no one. Crystallis tries to step back with Refraction coming off cooldown in a second. The Sunray will buy time for it, so Crystallis steps back to the tier 2. Saxa going to get tossed onto him, though. Snowball, it's there forward, but Crystallis already died to it.
And Doom also dropping.
Now in danger, swiped down by DM, and BZM kind of left on his lonesome. Jumped and tossed, sent back into the middle of PARIVISION. Tundra just ripped apart one by one. 9 class yet again sets it all up with a vision for his teammates to come in and whack them.
You really mentioned it there towards the end. The 9 class impact this game is the huge difference. He is just giving all the information, making the game easy to play for PARIVISION. You're not going to be fighting any real hero. You're just fighting ghosts at this point.
So what do we need from Tundra? If they still want to have this,
it's been locked.
You're right. Trapped down in that bottom right corner. He's going to throw a boat, use his Glimmer Cape, but 9 class is going to come in, cut him off at the pass. Even picks up the kill. So is this going to come down to Tundra like using traps, getting vision on high ground? Like, what objective do they play for now, though, with Roshan dead?
It's very difficult. I think we need to just see them start grouping and getting some value out of the Doom ulti, getting Kunkka together with some other people. They have yet to be the aggressors in any fight.
2 fights happening at the same time. Chrysalis up on top, turns with 3-3 onto the Slark. They've got the pesky fish down and out. But Chrysalis is stunned up by the Wraith King. No further follow through, while Satanic does pick up Whitemon on the other side of the map. And the other fight was actually them going on the Tusk in the bottom lane, I believe. So they just moved from one lane to the other.
Yeah, and they take out the mid-tier 2 TB going for objectives with this Aegis, realizing that he can just go and get whatever he wants. Just commit for like Daedalus or MKB, but yeah, the question is, can she get that? Nullfire is already costly. Tusk has been set up on.
Pounce into Yules. Sax dodges the Wraithfire Blast very nicely with the Snowball, and Chrysalis waits in the wings for an attempt to go in. BZM sent forward on towards them with a boat on the Tiny. No one's going to run off to the left. And 3-3, he's running around in circles trying to find a target. Where did PARIVISION go? They were here a second ago. Now he has to BKB and run. Tundra, they've realized this isn't their fight to have anymore.
Out.
Breaks up into that Ancients area. Going to turn on Chrysalis as no one's found the opening. Now an Ice Blast over the top. DM just wandering into the midst of Tundra here. Ice Blast lands, Sax about to fall. A toss forward of a TB Illusions clearing through BZM alongside DM. It is a bloodbath as Tundra get handled. Absolutely slaughtered by their own Ancients. And PARIVISION looking for the 5th. It's 3-3's Doom down, and a high ground attempt is to come.
Man, they dominated from the laning stage and just kept on going. And they're gonna call GG. They know the game is over. They took a massive team fight, lost it right by their base, and that means they can just lay into it. So no chance for Tundra to turn this one around. 20-3, Gareth. How did PARIVISION just get away with this one so fast?
Absolutely wild. They got all their heroes. Ducalis AA, this Wraith King for DM. That Terrorblade was a real genius pick towards the end that Winter called out as well. Just a very well-crafted draft by PARIVISION, and it just felt like they were firing all cylinders. They were warmed up, ready to go. Let's just be real, 9 class Slark. You can't play Dota when you can't see enemy heroes.
And PARIVISION with the carry here. Here, no one's looking at him. Do you want to play Evo? Sure.
You think? I was excited. I believed. It'll be the Gyrocopter instead, 23rd out from PARIVISION.
If you look at the draft, I think I'd still lean Parry. This just feels maybe a little bit easier to play.
Thank you so much, boys. Yeah, let's head into game 2 here. I mean, a strong performance in game 1 leads to what looks like another confident draft from PARIVISION. Tundra, Waga have a lot of moving parts, don't they?
Yeah, they definitely do. Tundra have a lineup of... We already have a Brawl. One of those moving parts.
Yeah, one of the moving parts is about to be killed. The Keeper of the Light, that first pick, dead as Satanic takes first blood, and they immediately smoke as well. And so far, BZM is rather quiet. 9 minutes in, 0-0-0. Wanting to change that as quickly as possible, though. Shifts up to top, and they're on to Ducalis and Satanic, but Whitemon's getting blasted. Has to snowball to buy some time as this puck opens up onto BZM. They chase the Ember out of the fight. He's zipped into mid, so you've left the rest of Tundra open to the remaining aggression, but Whitemon up to the high ground. No one. Gap closes onto him. Right on the Tusk's tail here. A couple more seconds until Snowball. Not going to happen, though. No one will secure that kill as Satanic takes his courier alongside it.
Finally get him down. Now we have all the heroes positioned for pushing. Caudle gonna do what he can, pushing this though. Level 3 Illuminate will slow down the push a bit. He'll get rid of the creeps and might actually stop a lot of the push.
Caudle's so good at this deep push, just hiding in the trees.
He has Stampede on Centaur, so he's going in, but Steering Change could be dangerous.
Down to half health. Vanguard going to work. DM
more Steering Chains
get
with
whittled down here. Level 3 Searing Chains, yeah, with his Saxacotl behind him. BZM finally unleashed. Gets his first kill of the game. Satanic killed off by Whitemon and 3-3. They're going to turn back onto Whitemon and kill him with 3-3 dropping low to that Macropire. 9 class and Ducalis have found a trade back. Reincarnation's here, though. Does PARIVISION have backup arriving? 3-3 and Saxa with BZM going to kill off the Jakiro under tower. TP's starting to arrive now with no one's puck coming into the fray. But 9 classes, he's got to bail out on this. No one. What is he? Invis. He's hiding away.
Yeah, he's looking at them. Knows the
Tinkerbait
Wraithking doesn't have ulti, but it's a bit dangerous to go on him.
Sweeping move is happening. Ember,
With
Tusk,
that meta,
both
though.
maneuvering into that top tier 1.
That tier 1 doesn't look easy to defend. They would have to TP a lot of heroes if they wanted to. Jakiro tries to split push bottom, but he's going to be caught off.
Yeah, straight in there from BZM and 3-3. Ducalis stepped up towards the tower and will pay the price for it.
And everyone else in his team just jungling right now. Gyrocopter farming up an ancient stack. The Centaur trying to build items. He gets spotted by Tusk. Know what he's up to.
They're kind of scrambling to hit their timings. Feeling that Tundra is starting to build up this head of steam. The pace is building pretty quickly. The stacks are keeping everyone topped up. With health and mana as the Tinker. He's been found by BZM. The Skeletons chase forward onto 9 class, but the call down from Satanic. Big rockets landing onto Tundra's heads. Wraith King, no mana? He can't. He can't respawn.
It's a good thing. He didn't want to have mana, so he popped the Bone Guard, I think, to waste his mana earlier there. When they went on him.
Because he died twice, right?
Yeah. He wants to keep his ulti ready. His team would just not be in time. DM.
Top lane. DM again being run at. Whitemon and Chrysalis, and of course the Cottle who appears out of nowhere. Mysterious figure from thin air, as the Wisdom Shrine is there as well.
Going towards the bottom fight. Ember's in. Chasing down onto Jakiro.
Chasing Ducalis. They've got shards to block him. Snowball onto Satanic. They want multiple kills here. Ducalis down, but look at Satanic and no one go. Whitemon gets blown up. 3-3 does respawn, gets a few more hits into this gyro, and they'll finish him off with a nice sleight of fist from long range out of BZM. 9 class now out of resources, but alongside no one, it looks like Tundra not going to go diving too deep. Instead, healing back up under the watchful eyes of this.
Otherwise, that's where their draft was kind of lacking. Go towards Quick Torm now.
Yeah, I mean, here is exactly why we've seen the last 3 fights happen in this bottom right-hand corner around that Radiant Tier 1. It finally gets cracked. Tormentor taken. But PARIVISION, they don't want to give this part of the map for free. They get onto 3-3, Wraith King gone, and the Stampede forward gets this Gyro into position to chase onto the TB, but he's gone through the gate. No one with a coil up to the north has found BZM's Ember Spirit, though, and that's a takedown by no one. A double kill for him as they try gate up to top. The homing missile. It's on the TB.
It's coming.
Where is it? Where's it coming from and where's it going?
It's close. It's close. It's coming from behind now, but, you know, nobody else is chasing, so it's homing missile did its job. Radiant need to hit their timing very hard once they go for it. The BKB and the Crimson Guard, you want to make a lot of stuff happen with it.
Oh, this is such a pivotal moment now. DM under the Will-O-Wisp, shards to block the exit, a slight chance to catch him, but DM, he's reasonably tanky still at half HP with Stampede at the ready, and in the meantime, 3-3 has had to run away. No one in 9 class have held the line. BZM at half health. If he gets stunned, might be in trouble. Gets back to high ground. Tundra holding the terrain to their advantage, trying to poke down to low ground in this river where 9 class. He's under the shards, and Roshan has made his appearance on the scene of the cry where 9 class has died. Now the Stampede gets them onto the Tusk, but immediately running away, allowing no one to go for the second jump. Now 3-3 stuck down in the river here, being annihilated by Satanic. The Gyrocopter shows up. Wraith King down. This Will-O-Wisp is annoying, and Satanic hits the ground. Ember Spirit jumps in now onto Ducalis and DM. Terrorblade can keep opening up as well. Has Thunder ready if need be. And BZM is causing issues here for the Puck and Jakiro. Jumping left and right, forcing no one to orb back to safety.
Ooh, risky TP. No one not in time with turning around. Had the Blink Dagger ready. May have.
No one is playing so boldly. The complete, utter freedom to play this side of the map, knowing that there's not really anything that they can do to you. 5-0-4 Puck, and I just don't see that changing anytime soon. There's no Orchids, there's no Scythe of Ice or anything like that, right? I could imagine Sax are just going Scythe next item, huh?
There's an Orchid queued up on Chrysalis TB, but first he has a Nullifier queued up. So he does not like the saves coming out from Tinker. He is not a big fan of the heals and the defense matrix, particularly.
That's nasty stuff. We're going to try and jump 9 class, though. BZM with 3-3. Will-O-Wisp on his head as well. 9 class, he's popped all his spells and his mech, surviving a little longer than expected, but that Illuminate is enough in the end.
Death on a tower, though. to make it dangerous to defend the tower.
Taking a lot of damage. Gyrocopter and Centaur doesn't look like they've got any inclination of joining this.
I like
no one popped the
his
Invis.
itemization. He's going Orchid before the Nullifier. I think that's important. Get that against the Puck. Force Puck to get some defensive item, or just get kills on Puck.
Vying for control over that active rune spot on the left side of the fight. The poking from Tundra has been so good.
Yeah, very good reaction to the jump on mid lane. Get on the back line, get to Jakiro before he gets to do anything, really. And that makes the fight a little bit easier. I think it's pretty good. You could argue that BKB is better in this game, but it's also a long cooldown that could be abused.
Smoke into smoke. Tundra smoking into Tormentor, yeah. Paravision smoked up top. Oh, they're playing towards the Twin Gate.
Oh, they're coming through it as well. Ember's coming through.
Ice Path onto 2 with the Stomp. Beautifully set up. The Tuskie's going to drop for sure. BZM, maybe a chance. Not in hell.
The gate. They knew they were coming through, and that's just death. They're standing on the other side waiting. Open jaws. A level 4 Ice Path that does not mess around. Like 4 really farmed heroes on both teams, you could say. The double supports turning into cores with Tinker and Caudle having this race between each other. And I think the important thing for PARIVISION is the Puck is having such a good game.
But it's never just the Caudle.
Yeah, the entire team.
Yeah, I saw him from across the room. The Caudle, eyes met mine, gazed at each other. But there were more. There were 2 other people there.
Should he go Blink Dagger just to blink in and catch people? He's going Hex right now, which I respect. It's super important against Puck, but I almost feel like he could just blink and set up as well. Oh, look at the wraparound.
Yeah, it'd be great. This wraparound is sick, though. DM, his smoke breaks. No one moves in. Jumps into the back, gets a coil onto 2. A difficult initiation for them, though, as Tundra start to spread out. Saxa to the south. TB and Wraith King run north, and BZM's going to rejoin to jump onto Ducalis. The Puck gets into that phase shift away from danger for now. Can jump to safety as well. PARIVISION force the hand of Tundra there to fight back and then retreat. So it looks like the high ground push, at least for now, is stopped.
You need to have the DPS once the lockdown comes in from the Puck. He cannot really solo kill these people. And Whitemon, pretty quiet game for Satanic, who otherwise, you know, can take over games really hard.
It's just a Tusk, surely. No, it's a Caudle and a Wraith King. Saxa trying to bring in more backup here as they'll trade out Tusk for Tinker. Satanic, he needs friends. No one in Ducalis are behind him with an Ice Path, but fighting into the Will-O-Wisp is awful. So difficult to stand and fight there, and BZM has cut the fight in half. Zones the rest of your teammates, while Satanic has to BKB to try and deal with these TP illusions.
Well, he could kill.
And TP home, but he's dead. The physical damage is too much.
Just locked down, left on an island there. His team runs away, but Gyrocopter doesn't have the luxury of such mobility. And the lifesteal, not really impressive when you try and lifesteal from these TB illusions.
Oh, Satanic steps out of the base. This could be nasty for PARIVISION if Tundra are able to take him down. They poke him to begin with. Wanting to elicit that reaction, he has to use the BKB to stand his ground. 3-3 comes in, hitting into DM, but he loses his first life as BZM forced to retreat. Inside this Radiant base, Satanic reigns supreme. A dangerous move from Tundra. They don't get that immediate kill, so PARIVISION can turn and fight. 2 heroes down, Tusk and Terrorblade both dead. PARIVISION now with a bit of wind in their sails.
Wow, he got caught by the supports there on TB. He didn't think... No one definitely should be calling for some action.
BZM shows for a moment. They shift to bottom, though. Tinker protecting that open melee barracks. They've got a glyph, but I don't know, you don't want to glyph 1 Rax, do you?
Ooh, the blink
Tinker, in fact, is just going to get jumped on. 3-3 with a blink in. Will-O-Wisp over the top. The Wraith King's going to get focused down by Satanic now, though, as the flat cannon hits. Launch out towards DM, where he jumps aggressively as well. Got a nice stomp. The follow-through from the Puck. Not enough damage to take anyone down just yet, though, and Saxon's healing back up. They've got no one killed. silenced and taken out with no buyback available. 2 heroes down. Tundra going to open the window and say, hello, this is our base now. 3-3 jumps in aggressively. First life gone, but they're on to Satanic. Nullifier, the BKB, the punch from Whitemon, now a snowball to buy time. Satanic does not have the raw damage or the lifesteal to stand his ground. He'll buy back, but he's all on his own. And there are the GGs, tying things up 1 apiece.
They bite back hard. Tundra with a fantastic game too, and honestly, what a performance here coming out by them. Whitemon was everywhere in the early game on this Tusk, and in the final fight, the puck jumped in, trying to get the backline, was onto the Caudal, bringing him down, even had dust for himself, but then came a snowball save, turning the entire fight around there, and they bring down the puck as well. Just really, really crisp stuff from Whitemon the entire game, I feel.
Bad. There's some skewer back plays. Gorgon's Grasp again is annoying.
There it is.
Yeah,
The
it's
Gorgon's
kind of
Grasp.
strong lane.
Number 1 Gorgon's Grasp fan right here, John X
Yeah.
Fire.
You got to grasp. You got to. I like it. It's silly. And they go with PA pickup. There you go.
On
PA mag.
Earth.
What is this
All
draft,
carry
bro?
heroes. In
All right. This is a very North American pub lineup. Also a very Southeast Asian pub lineup. I think we're.
Yeah, I do think that's very strong. They pivoted into the Magnus plus PA. Like, that combination is very strong. And of course, as Winter pointed out, the hero matchup is really rough for the Anti-Mage. 33 gonna try and get away.
33.
He has the Heart of Battle facet, so not the easiest to catch, but the daggers, they're trying.
Slowing him
He's
down
got
little by
360
little.
movement speed, man. He's running.
He's very fast. Can he cut through the trees and find a way out? Looks like the answer is a resounding no. Satanic lines up the first blood, takes it, and the money to go along with it. Good start for PARIVISION. Trying to stop the lane dragging behind that tower from being too efficient or effective. And now Satanic can also join in with a bit of harassment onto Saxa, making this lane uncomfortable, untenable, basically, for Tundra.
If anything, this lane should be pretty awkward for Ducalis to play. He has to pop some mangoes to try and stay alive, but still taking damage.
A vacuum early on from 33. He's going to get them a kill with Saxa's final touch. Now Satanic, ooh, sniped out as well. The pressure suddenly flips on his head.
I think they got a little bit too aggressive, knowing that Medusa is so bad at playing behind tower. They get heavily pressured. Like, she is not the fastest. Sure, he has 2 creeps to kill, but I think this is going to get more and more exaggerated as the lane goes on. I've played this matchup a lot of times, and honestly, Magnus is just way stronger in this matchup.
I mean, across the board, you can see it in the last hits. 3 Radiant Cores all having very good times. Down at bottom, as I say that, cursing Satanic, or unless gets away behind the trees, and 3-3 even getting turned on potentially. Pops the surge to try and dive under tower. Satanic about to die to Ion Shell in the final punch, but that might have left 3-3 to die here to the Dusa, while 9 class falls on the opposing side of the map.
So bring down 9 class, finding kills. Not too common for the Anti-Mage lane, but now that Wraith King is alone, he even blinks forward, burning down his mana. And looks like we're going to have an early Halberd build coming out from Crystal.
And Pop with the Mana Void.
But now Tiny's eyes are open with the Haste Rune. He wants PA.
Yeah, now he's got Soul Ring, so plenty of mana to play with. Shackle shot for that chain stun, but in comes no one. Skewer into RP. The follow through from 9 class with the whip, cracking it onto Saxa. No one trying to punch through them with Satanic jumping over. They get the Wind Ranger kill, but now the PA out in the open. The Ion Shells and Avalanche make short work of her, and BZM with 33 onto 9 class now as well. A bonus kill, and maybe more. No one needs Ducalis to come in hot. Stone Gaze and Mystic Snake, that's irritating. No one is very low though, and 3-3, he's hungry for this kill. Shockwave is gonna move him around. The Avalanche can hit the Dusa, but not the Magnus. No one running back, no vacuum. Surge in 3 seconds.
Could be fine.
But Magnus, he does survive.
And Wraith King TP down here. Can he get the stun
coming.
on Tiny?
No.
Oh, the Avalanche.
Good Avalanche, Shockwave misses. DM might still, no, can't
He
find
walked
it.
over a ward. He's gonna stay fine. I do like the attention by Tundra to throw rotations down towards the PA though. Or PA. Tempting to bring down the Vanguard Darkstone. Might have overstepped.
Yeah, Crystal is now rotating, making his presence known. But
I thought it was
Satanic-
Tiny coming in at first, but it was just Anti-Mage TPing in, so no real lockdown.
The Vanguard Anti-Mage still going to jump forward though. Satanic with the Phantom Strike of his own. Gets the creep wave, but this has now left Ducalis stranded completely. Gorgon's Grasp slows down his death, while no one in the mid lane actually nearly dying to the Tiny. BZM with a toss gets the kill on Magnus while the Deuce is dying bottom lane. And Saxa, yeah, killed by 9 class. DM arriving here onto the Tiny is BZM, the tanky fellow with a few wand charges and an avalanche, might be able to create enough of a gap that the Tinker can come in and save him.
The random resources, I think the timing they have right now on Dire is massive. Ooh, what a shackle. The tree right behind him. But PA better target.
But they're going on the PA with BZM and 33. Satanic dead. Gone for 30 seconds. No one's Magnus is here with a reverse polarity, but again, the follow-through seems lacking. They've got the Wheel of Wonder and Ducalis with the Stone Gaze. The toss forward, they'll allow 3-3 and Saxa to clear out no one's Magnus. BZM is fine. Not even a scratch. Turns on the Ringmaster with this Wind Ranger and Darkseer. Ducalis out of mana, so is about to die shortly. And it is just turning into an absolute bloodbath down here. PARIVISION, again, walk into this meat grinder, and Tundra all too happy to turn them into sausages.
Yeah, they're getting tons of action bottom. Meanwhile, top Crystallis is putting the pressure on. The Wraith King, despite his little army, cannot defend and stop the anti-mage. He has the evasion from Talisman, and he has the Heaven's Halberd, so taking virtually no damage from all these little skeletons.
So Vanguard on every hero is what I'm hearing.
It's a pretty damn good item, Gareth. It's pretty damn good.
PARIVISION, no Vanguards, losing the game. Tundra with 2, winning.
In before the Vanguard Medusa.
Oh my god.
The most cursed thing ever.
I don't know if he's got enough space or time to get there. Blown up completely, and this Ringmaster and Magnus find themselves in a spot of bother. They've skewered Crystallis into the base, but he's happy with that. Turns and slays the Magnus. This game might be over soon. We're 15 minutes in, and Tundra are diving tier 3s with this Halberd anti-mage.
He uses a ulti. Nice.
Oh, nicely
they thought
done.
they left him for dead there, but...
The big farmer's in the game, right? We've had offlane Wraith King be the top farmer. Magnus from a core position very often just outstrips his opponents. But now they're down and behind. No one is going to get an RP mid, though, onto this Tiny. A good snipe on BZM would be massive for them, and they'll get it. Crystallis blinks away, but Saxa has been left here to get stunned up by the Wraith King. 33 with a vacuum wall. 3 of them caught up inside of it. Gorgon's Grasp going to root the Darks here for now. A Stone Gaze for protection. The reset from PARIVISION tries to reinitiate here with DM jumping Saxa. Wind Ranger's low, and the daggers keep flying from long range, but they've got heals and sustain. They blow up Ducalis. DM now low with no ulti available. He's going to drop as well. 9 class gone. The chase is on. No one and Satanic going to try and run. Crystallis is on their tail, hunting them down. No one blinks away, but Satanic, he's spotted. Phantom Strike to high ground is ready. No one is in position. They'll get...
Of course, he had his team behind him too, so unlikely to get turned on, but this is going to be Radiant's timing for Anti-Mage. Finishing it up just now, 18 minutes. PA.
I've forgotten he's going for the Radiance.
PA under March and Tiny combo. 50 HP.
9 class dying as well.
He can't
PA. Oh, vacuum back. 33's about to get up. Satanic gone, dead for 40. And the rest of the fight going Tundra's way as well. Crystallis is on Ducalis. And Medusa quickly dispatched with 9 class dead. And it doesn't feel like PARIVISION have had any answers to this Tundra lineup. 6-24. A 16k lead, and it's got vibes of game 1, just the other way.
I mean, there's something crazy about picking Medusa Wraith King first phase to try and bait out Anti-Mage, and then you just lose to Anti-Mage because he's Anti-Mage against those heroes and you can't fight him. It's not all about him, of course. I think a lot of it comes down to Darkseer in this game, in fact. The Darkseer just having so much tempo with his Crimson Guard build. He has allowed them to go for these aggressive dives, but the AM still effectively counters at least 2 of your heroes really, really hard, and Ringmaster doesn't like playing against the AM.
They are pinging 33's Darkseer.
Yeah, he's in there.
I don't know if they're pinging him to say hello, or...
He's just taking that wave, and there is nothing you can do about it. He took the wave, pulled it mid.
Nope. And I'll take the tier 2 as well. We've got the Wraith King farming camera. Very nice.
Big. The farm speed of a blade mill only at 20 minutes.
Oh, look at BZM.
Not that rapid.
Good little whip crack there from the Ringmaster, but it's never enough to save your Medusa. Now it's tier 3 tower falling pretty quickly. Tiny goes to work yet again. A blink avalanche toss. Ringmaster dead, but a 3-man RP. No one drags them back into tier 4s with a glyph going. DM with another stun, but they just don't have the follow through. They have run out of gas already. It's 20 minutes in and they call GG. Tundra take the series, a 2-1 victory over PARIVISION. And this
So-
just has to come back to the draft, doesn't it? You said it. Wraith King Medusa, the trap card flipped on his head.
Honestly, a lot of us did, get baited into this as well, thinking that, okay, it's actually good. We were on PARIVISION's side. The bait out Anti-Mage and then the idea of PA countering him with Magnus and Power. But yeah, the laughs and giggles here. I think PA just didn't get off to a good start at all. And Darkster having that free of a lane against him, it ended up countering the idea that PARIVISION had in their draft.